Demonstration after demonstration has flooded the streets of Israel as some family members of the hostages joined forces with anti-government protesters calling for early elections. The protests have intensified as the conflict in Gaza has reached the 6-month mark. Currently, 134 hostages remain captive in Gaza, with no apparent progress toward a deal for their release. Around 30 are presumed to be dead. The demonstrations drew attendees from a wide spectrum of political orientations, ranging from right to left, and include new political factions like Tikkun.
We're something different. A group of reservists who came together around the values of camaraderie, trust, and responsibility. We've been here for 3 weeks, leftists and rightists, religious and secular, working on a vision of diversity and coexistence. I understood from the 7th of October that I don't want a government that is politically one-sided. A significant portion of our populace feels marginalized, their needs unaddressed. The country needs a reformist government that represents different sides.
Eyali Opheh, who fought in the Yom Kippur War, highlighted the current government's shortcomings alongside fellow veterans, and urged ultra-Orthodox Jews and Arabs to also serve in the army.
Bibi had to create a law. We still have religious Jews who aren't joining the army, and we're facing a terrible situation in the south and Judea and Samaria and everywhere. Every Jew and Arab who is part of this country must join the military.
Nof Erez, head of the operations department of the Movement for Quality Government, critiqued Prime Minister Netanyahu's tactics to maintain power.
Since he is the prime minister of a country that is at war, he knows he won't be kicked out of office. It is clear to everyone that the prime minister in a situation like this cannot go to trial 3 times a week.
At the center of these protests, the voices of hostages' families resonate with singular clarity, focusing on the immediate return of their loved ones. Ravit Nechamovitz, advocating for her 85-year-old father, Amiram Cooper, a captive since his abduction from Kibbutz Nir Oz, insists on the apolitical nature of their plea.
It's not about politics. We as families are the people of Israel. We just want one thing, to have the hostages safe and sound and at home now. Every family has its way to express discomfort, but it's not political. The return of the hostages is the main focus.
The demonstrations also serve as a platform for activists like Danny Danieli from Looking the Occupation in the Eye, who criticized the military's conduct in the Palestinian territories. Even during the war, Israeli soldiers are doing unbearable things to the Palestinians, which can be described as ethnic cleansing. Many people in Israel don't get it, and don't even know about it, but we fight to end this situation. Despite the diversity of causes, the consensus among all the protesters centers on 2 demands: the immediate return of the hostages and early elections to establish a new government. From Jerusalem, Dario Sanchez reports for the Media Line.